What's going on, guys? Wade here. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my honest review of the 2018 iPad Pro 11-inch model. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so my initial reaction to this thing during the Apple event this past October was wow. Of course, I was already excited as hell after seeing the new Mac Mini, but this? Holy freaking cow. Like, if you keep up to date with Apple rumors, we kind of already knew what it was going to look like, but after seeing it firsthand, I knew right then I was going to own this new iPad. Seeing the new squared off sides brought back such a nostalgic feeling to me as a long-term Apple customer. It instantly reminded me of the iPhone 4. That's right, I said the iPhone 4. Everyone on YouTube keeps saying it looks like the iPhone 5 or 5S, but if you remember, the iPhone 4 was the first iPhone with the squared off design, and man, it looked cool, futuristic AF. I personally believe the square design of the iPhone 4, 5, and 5S was the best design that Apple ever made, so seeing them bring it back to this year's new iPads made me extremely happy. I decided not to pre-order the iPad Pro. Not gonna lie, that $799 starting price made me a little weak. I was also trying to decide whether to get the new Mac Mini or iPad for video editing. I look back on it now, and I feel like the Mac Mini definitely would have been better for editing, but due to my on-the-go lifestyle, I knew I needed something more portable, so the iPad was the chosen one. So, with strong will, determination, and a credit card, I swooped into Walmart a few days after the release and grabbed the 11-inch 64GB Wi-Fi model with standard 4GB of RAM. You can find my unboxing video on my channel or by checking out the link in the description. I used the iPad to edit that video as well as this one in 4K, which I honestly have to say was a delightful, lag-free, and extremely fast experience due to the iPad's new 12X multi-core processor. Definitely one of the fastest rendering speeds on a mobile device, perhaps most high-end PCs I've used. You're probably wondering, did I get the new Apple Pencil and Apple Folio case? Well, when I was originally writing the script for this video, my response was going to be something like, "Oh, hell nah." One, I'm not an artist, so the Apple Pencil isn't going to do me any good, at all. Two, nearly $200 for a keyboard case? Are you serious? But I had the opportunity to buy one today, and what I have to say might offend a few of you hardcore Apple sheep out there. I despise it. It looks and feels cheap. The keyboard, although it's very responsive, the overall design is slim and lightweight. It's missing shortcuts that I find necessary and complete the overall laptop-like experience, like lowering the brightness or raising the volume with one click. Sure, you can replicate most shortcuts by using command keys, but why pay nearly $200 to make things more complicated than what they need to be? There are so many other options out there. Options that work just as well, if not better, than what Apple is offering. You don't even get Apple stickers, for crying out loud. See this? This is a Logitech Universal Folio tablet case. I picked it up from my local Walmart for like $49 before tax. The thing works like a dream. Not only that, the keys don't touch the screen of the iPad when it's folded up. To some people, that may not be a huge deal, but the thought of keyboard keys rubbing up against my new $800+ iPad's display makes me cringe. Look, I know I'm laying on some major hate for Apple's Folio case, but for the average consumer out there like myself, I say this: look around before you buy it. You won't be disappointed with what you'll find, I promise. The speakers sound really good as well. Although on paper the hardware specs say they're better, I personally didn't notice much difference between it and the 2017 10.5-inch model. After hearing feedback from a few YouTubers who reviewed both this year's 12.9 and 11-inch models, the 12.9 produces a tad more sound and deeper bass. My advice is to go into an Apple store or electronics store and listen to both for yourself. Do I believe that slightly louder speakers on a tablet is worth $200 extra? No, but you may think differently. Both have several mics dispersed all around the device, so if you're going to do any type of basic vlogging, sound recording, or just chatting with your friends and family, you're going to be really impressed with the clarity of the microphones. This entire video was filmed using the microphones on the iPad Pro. As far as display goes, it looks and feels the same as last year's model with just a slightly larger screen. All I can say is watching videos, playing games, and editing content feels great and runs very smooth on the Liquid Retina ProMotion display. Liquid Retina meaning the screen curves on the corners. So yeah, despite all of the hype about the Liquid Retina display, all it means is that the corners of your new 2018 iPad Pro are rounded. Same thing with the iPhone XR. All it means is that the corners are rounded. Groundbreaking. Face ID integration has made using the iPad so much easier. On the older generations, when using the device with a keyboard, I always hated having to reach up and use Touch ID before unlocking the device. With Face ID, all I have to do is sit down in front of my iPad, look at it, and I'm in. I can't express how convenient this is. Not gonna lie, if this was the only new feature on the iPad, I'd still buy it. Using the iPad in day-to-day use has been a very easygoing process. Everything works as it should with no real complaints. If you're buying this with the intentions of using it as a laptop replacement, I wouldn't recommend doing so. Even though this iPad is more powerful than 90% of the laptops on the market, iOS is still very limited and you simply can't do everything that you would normally do on a Windows or Mac laptop. Like, for instance, hook up an external drive via the USB-C port. Even adding the functionality to use a USB mouse at this point would be an extreme benefit to the iPad, especially when it comes to editing. Hopefully with iOS 13, Apple will allow more compatibility and implement more laptop-like features that allow more productivity and less hoops to jump through to get projects done. At the end of the day, I truly love my new iPad. The iPad Pro has definitely come a long way, especially since last year. Like, oh my gosh, this thing is truly a beast. Yeah, you have software limitations that are seriously kind of crippling the device. But if you're someone like myself who just does occasional video editing, if you're into art, drawing, photo editing, things of that nature, this thing can definitely handle it. Like, it's powerful beyond belief. Like, when it comes to editing 4K video, it literally does it in like full time. Like, say for instance, the video is like 5 minutes long. It'll usually get it done within like maybe 4 to 5 minutes. Like, it's real time. It is super fast. Awesome. Kind of forgot to put this in the notes, so this is my little last second little add-on. Battery life is really good. By heavy usage, like actually using the device, they say it's like full day battery. I think the previous generations of the iPad typically lasted around 10 hours. If you're actually using it, like actually using it to make videos or whatever like that, you can definitely get at least 7 to 8 hours of battery life. So even on a device this on a device this thin, like, this thing is super thin, like really thin. So the fact that they could put that much battery in a device like this, it's awesome. Like, it really is. It's been a long time since I've been this excited about an Apple product. The last time I got this excited about an Apple product was with the AirPods. I'm really enjoying the well, okay, so what I was gonna say before I goofed up and had to redo the clip, I really enjoy the iPhone XR as well. I feel like this is definitely the go-to iPhone for this year. I used the iPhone XS Max for about 2 weeks. I feel like it's just a little bit too big. Of course, that's just my opinion. I felt like whenever I was at work and I'd put it in my pocket, it would kind of just feel like I had like a miniature tablet in my pocket. And even though that big screen is nice, It really is awesome. I don't need something that big, but I also wanted something a little bit bigger than the iPhone X and XS. So this one right here, I really feel like it's the sweet spot. I will be making a review on this here very soon. I've actually got my script and everything written out for this. Just need to do a few videos and do some editing, and that should be up within the next couple of days. Anyway, guys, my name is Wade. Some of you have known me for like ever, but I'm just now starting to get into video editing again and making stuff for YouTube. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. Let me know why in the comments. Let me know what I can work on. If you see something that could be improved, constructive criticism is not a bad thing. Like, it really isn't. Also, if you did like, wait, did I say this already? I don't know. Anyway, so if you did like this video and you do want to continue watching some of my content, feel free to subscribe and make sure that you hit the notification bell. Kind of have to do that to be notified when I post a new video. It's kind of a big deal. So if you want to do that, that's cool too. If not, hey, thanks for watching. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.